So there's a breaking story across Canada involving Donald Trump's comments during the presidential debate earlier this week. There's been reported cases, I'm hearing over 1 million, of Melmacian Hiccups that have taken over most of Ontario and New Brunswick. And if you believe that, I got swampland in Florida to sell you. So the big part of the debate by Donald Trump, he was blaming Haitian immigrants for eating cats and dogs in whatever city you were doing. This, of course, is not happening. But it triggered a lot of Canadians during the debate because we all thought Trump lost the debate. Because in the classic series of Alf, he attempted to ingest cat juice to get rid of his Melmacian hiccups, probably the worst case of hiccups in alien history. Now, if anybody, the 4 people out there has never heard of Alf, or the 4 people out there has never heard of Donald Trump, because they rose to prominence in the mid-'80s, and I'm kind of surprised Donald Trump wasn't a guest star on Alf, because he would show up in wrestling and different shows. Now, according to AlfFandom.com, Melmacian hiccups, Melmac is where Alf comes from, is a form of hiccups that can affect Melmacians. It's characterized by a loud hiccup sound with a metallic sounding echo, sort of like Donald Trump's voice when he's mad at Kamala Harris for calling her comrade, and he's not even mentioning the fact she's half Canadian. The sounds get louder and louder as the hiccups persist. Melmacian hiccups can last in excess of 50 years, as in such cases as Alf's Uncle Tinkle. There are 2 known cures for Melmacian hiccups: cat juice and raw spinach. And guess which one Alf was forced to choose. So to get cat juice, you don't squeeze the juice out of an orange. You get orange juice. You would squeeze juice out of a cat. And of course, the cat Lucky was his main stuff. Now, when you deal with different types of debates, there's always humor to be made, like the John Turner-Mulroney debate, when John Turner said he had no chance to go against Trudeau's patronage appointments that he was given. Now, the debate itself, there was a lot of important points by both people, but when Trump started getting off tangent and he was baited by Harris, basically a lot of people were triggered in Canada, but in a comedic way. When you start telling people they're eating cats, the first thing in Canada people is going to think about is Alf. So any people that supported Trump in Canada and wanted to see him do well were basically saying from home, don't bring up the fucking cat thing. Because in Canada, you're going to be chastised like crazy over the Melmacian hiccups. So this is a short podcast. What I want you to do, nobody's going to be allowed to comment in this podcast, by the way, because most of the people that criticize me for criticizing Trump are basically believing that he's God. He's not a God. He's basically someone who makes up things as he goes along. He might still win president, but doesn't make him a person you can respect. I know a lot of Haitians. I know Haitians as hockey players, Haitians as good cooks, radio people. Haitians don't eat cats. If anything, they'll go to Walmart like most Canadians do and buy the cheap bologna, the Walmart bologna or the Walmart cheapo chicken wieners. So the odds that most Haitians and Canadians are eating cats is very low. The odds of are they're going to eat chicken wieners and put that in the Mr. Noodles with their cheese to make a little bit of protein is more going. So by the way, if you shaved Alf, you know who you look like? Donald Trump. Enough said. By the way, Donald Trump, go fuck yourself. Nobody's going to be allowed to comment, so too bad, so sad. Not the first time. By the way, failed USFL owners should not run for president or not be allowed. Have a good one. Bye.